Nintendo will probably go down in history being known for creating the most widely known video game characters and mascots of all time. There's Mario, Zelda, Samus, and of course Kirby. Kirby has been there from nearly the beginning, with his first adventure being released on the NES in 1993. Kirby's Dream Land came before it, but I'm referring to the main series of games for consoles. That lovable pink marshmallow that swallows up everything in his way. Kirby became an instant classic. He would go on to star in some of the best known games for a variety of platforms, including the Super Nintendo and the N64. Unfortunately, the release on the N64, Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards, was the last console release for nearly a decade. Fast forward to 2010 and we have Kirby's Epic Yarn. Straight off the bat, it's obvious that the title is a play on words, with yarn meaning a long story or strip of fabric. In this game, it means both. The storyline, as is the case with most Kirby games, can be summed up very simply. One day Kirby is walking along and finds a tomato. He goes to eat it, gets ambushed by an evil wizard, later named Yin Yarn, banishes Kirby to Patchland, a world made entirely of yarn. Since Kirby is unable to use his inhaling ability since he has no, quote, body, he has the ability to transform into a variety of different things. These include a dolphin, a train, a digger type machine, a car, a UFO, and others. He saves a young prince named Fluff, and Fluff tells Kirby that Yin Yarn has separated Patchland into several smaller pieces. Thus, you set out to help Prince Fluff and restore Patchland by recovering 7 pieces of magic yarn that are able to sew the separate parts of Patchland back together again.
The yarn weaved its way into the fabric of the kingdom and stitched 2 pieces of Patchland together.
The gameplay is your pretty standard Kirby fare. You run around, avoiding traps and enemy projectiles, collecting gems to increase your score, and attempt to get to the end of the stage. Now, since your inhaling ability is non-existent, you're given a small lasso, which you can use for a variety of attacks or other actions during the game. These include swinging, pulling, grabbing, and so on. You can use it to either unwrap an enemy or to scoop them up to use as a projectile. As you run around, you'll notice gems of different sizes and colors. These are the main scoring method. Also, as you build up gems, you'll notice a bar at the top of the screen increase, and at certain points Kirby screams, indicating that you've reached a bronze, silver, or gold medal level of gems, which add up at the end of the stage. You also can find certain objects and collectibles, plus stage music for later on. The objects you collect are used to decorate an apartment in the home zone, and while this might appeal to some, I really don't see the point of it. Much like that stupid room in Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance that you can decorate if you want. Waste of time, I say. There really isn't much else to the stages themselves besides some good platforming, in certain areas where you lasso something to open up a new path. One of the cute things is that when you open a new stage on the zone map, you get this funny little animation to go along with it. Nothing crazy, but it's a nice addition nonetheless. Missing from the game are
Kirby and
warp
Fluff
stars,
came upon a
the
cake
bonus
the size
stage,
of
and a few other
mountain. It
things.
was breathtaking. Kirby tried to contain himself, but failed. He dove right in and started gobbling up the cake. I declare a cake-eating duel.
The bosses are creatively designed, but none of them are a serious challenge. The fights usually consist of grabbing a projectile spewed from the boss, throwing it back at them, and then grabbing a large button to throw the boss around to cause major damage. The music is very well done, with many tracks having a certain jazz theme to them. Kirby's voice work is okay for the most part, but his constant squeaking when lassoing something can get a little annoying. In the end, you restore Patchland, and then return to Dreamland. The end. The game overall is very fun, with cute graphics, great music, fun gameplay, and although it's missing some of the usual elements of a Kirby game, it's a great adventure. While not as memorable as Kirby's usual adventures in Dreamland, it still stands very well on its own merit. Thanks for watching. Check it out.
The next day, Kirby fell asleep in some shade. He dozed happily with wonderful dreams and held the reminder of a dear friend, even though it smelled a bit.